everybody, and welcome back to Lining Up Ducks. If you're just joining us, my name is Rachel, and I spent the last 5 years of my career as a budget analyst for a multi-million-dollar business, and I love all things budgeting and small living. Today I have got a simple, easy DIY video for you for laminated cash envelopes. Now, I'm going to use things that you can find around your home or at the dollar store or easily order off of Amazon to make your own cash envelopes without the need of a laminating machine. I know I have a lot of viewers in other countries that love the envelopes that I sell, but they can't afford the shipping. I know the shipping just to Canada is like $19 from where I live. So that's really high. So hopefully I'm gonna save y'all a little bit of money today and show you how you can take one of my printables or anybody else's printables that you love and turn it into a laminated cash envelope that's gonna be extra durable and last you a while. I'm even gonna show you how to add that extra piece of laminate on the outside and 6-hole punch it if you want to use them in a binder. I'm updating my envelopes as fast as I possibly can to get all of them in a printable format, and I'm going to also start including an envelope that doesn't have the trackers on the outside. Option number one for making your own laminated cash envelopes, all you're going to need is a printed printable envelope and a little bit of packing tape. All right, for starters, you're gonna take your cash envelope that you've printed and you're gonna cut around this main square here. You don't need all of this stuff. This is the stuff you need if you're gonna glue it together. So I'm just gonna cut this out, and then you're going to fold it along the center line. And if your printable doesn't have a center line, just fold it in half. Okay, so this is your base that you start with. If you wanna make your envelopes a custom size, you can measure it and trim off however much you need so they'll fit in your wallets. So first thing you're gonna do is I lay it out like this because your envelope is gonna be finished like this and it's gonna open along this long edge. So I lay it out like this. This is just plain packing tape. Scotch is my favorite because it seems to be the most durable and it's clear. So just pull off a few strips of packing tape and I just kind of glue it on down to the table to start with. Overlap your tape so you make sure that you don't have any edges. So make sure that you don't have any paper that's showing. Now, I'm gonna show you how to make the 6-hole punched edge that I make. So leave about a 1/2 inch hangover of tape along the outside. Now just kind of pick this off your table and flip it over. And we're gonna do the exact same thing again. Clean your table first before you do this, because if you're like me and you have kids, you're gonna pick up all kinds of grime. All right, so this is what you start with. And seriously, this option makes such a clear finish to it, and nobody's gonna be able to tell that you used packing tape. All right, so the next thing you wanna do is cut around the outside. You wanna leave a good 1/4 of an inch around the outside edges to make sure you've got plenty of sticky. Everything that you see me using today to laminate these envelopes is going to be linked in the description box below. Okay, and like I said, we're gonna leave this edge right here. Now, all you're gonna do is you're going to cut just the very edge of the envelope. Don't just cut the tape, you're gonna actually cut some of the envelope this time. Make sure to stay tuned all the way to the end. In the last step, I'm also gonna show you how to make one of those really neat looking clear laminated cash envelopes. All right, there you have it. One way of making a laminated cash envelope. Now, let me show you how to make the 6-hole punch. I don't actually use a 6-hole punch binder, but this is the one I'm giving away. So I'll use this one in the meantime. But all you're gonna do, line up your prongs and your envelope, grab a pen or a Sharpie marker, and just make yourself a little dot where your holes need to be. Now I have a 6-hole punch that I use for mine, but this is the one that I had and used in college and I still use occasionally for random things around the house. It's gonna be hard to punch a hole in these, but make sure you don't tear it when you're coming out. Oh, like I just did. Totally tore it. But anyway, you get the idea. This hole punch is like 20 years old and it does not like to be used anymore. It's time to get rid of it. But basically the general idea is to punch your holes along the edge. It creates a good flexible envelope, so you should be able to stuff it pretty full. And it should last you a really good long time. Please make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Every single time you like this video and comment below, it really helps push the videos and helps other people learn about cash budgeting and these fun DIYs as well. Okay, here's option 2. You're gonna need your printable envelope, and you're going to need some clear contact paper. I will link some pretty good contact paper in the description box below for you that you can get on Amazon or at Walmart. You should be able to get a ton of cash envelopes out of one roll of clear transfer paper. Again, we're gonna cut this out first. All right, again, fold this in half. Roll out your contact paper, but you're gonna wanna cut double what you need. So I would leave plenty of space on the edges and on the end. Just kind of flip your envelope over, and then I'm going to cut along this line up here. Okay, this stuff can be a booger to work with if you've never worked with it before, but I can tell you to have a gift card handy or a debit card handy to make sure that you get the right seal. And you're gonna start by pulling off the edge. You're gonna see why it's such a booger to work with, because you can't ever get it open. Ah, there we go. Okay. All right, peel back the edge only halfway. Now lay your cash envelope down on what's going to be the folded edge. Try to make sure that you don't have any crinkles, and then smush it down really good to get all the air bubbles out. Now pull off the rest of your laminate and fold it over. The good thing about this stuff is it's pretty forgiving when it comes to sticking and resticking. So like I had a little bit of a crinkle in it, and I was able to just pull it off and it didn't tear the paper. So then just go in and pull all of the crinkles out. Get all the air bubbles out. Make sure that the edges are stuck down really, really well. You can see this isn't going to give you as quite of a clear finish. It's gonna kind of dull the colors of the envelope a little bit, but that's okay. It's still gonna be pretty durable. 1/4 inch, which is basically the width of a pair of scissors around the edge. The edge of the envelope again. Now if you want envelopes that open along the top, you wouldn't cut this edge, you would cut the top edge. And then 1/4 inch on this end. You want a good 1/4 inch of sticky available because it makes the envelope more durable. And that's it. That is option number 2. All right, on to option 3, which is gonna be the option that gives you the most longevity out of your envelopes. All right, for this option, you're going to need an ironing board. I don't have an ironing board because we just use a towel on the table, but an iron that is set to the cotton setting on your iron, which is the highest setting you have, and then no steam. You don't want any steam at all. You're also going to need an old t-shirt and a sheet of heat laminate paper. Now, you can order this stuff for pretty cheap off of Amazon. I have linked my favorite stuff below, and I go through a ton of it. So you can actually laminate 3 of my size laminated envelopes in one sheet, even if you want to do the edge. So you would line up 1 and 2 and 3 right here. So you could get a whole lot out of this. You do not need an actual laminating machine to use heat laminate. All you're gonna do is open up your laminate so this side is a little bit fuzzy and lay it down. Now, here's a trick. If you want to do clear cash envelopes, cut the edge off, cut it out to the size that you want, take your laminate and open it up, and you're going to place the insides together. So the shiny part up, and then your shiny part together here. This is going to be a clear laminated cash envelope, and this is going to be one of my normal printables. Put it inside an old t-shirt. Just make sure there's no wrinkles in the laminate, and press your iron down in each section of the laminate that you want to fuse together for 30 seconds. This is going to take a little bit longer than the other methods, but it's going to be way more durable. All right, now we're going to check it. The laminate should be completely clear. Do you see how this is still fuzzy looking? That means that it hasn't fused completely. So we're going to flip this over and press it down one more time from the other side. Okay, here we go. So now we have a clear envelope and a printable envelope as well. If you want your envelope to have the edge that you hole punch, just leave this part here. And then we're gonna do 1/4 inch around each end and then slice this off just like before. All right, here is option number 3. You can tell with this option, it's a little bit sturdier. It's a 3mm laminate. And this is dry erase if you wanted to do dry erase stuff with it. For the clear envelope, I would turn your heat down and do it on like the rayon setting because it's a little warm on the cotton setting. But I wanted to do them at the same time so you could just see the process of how to do them. And that is a clear envelope, all without a laminating machine. All right, everybody, that's it. I hope that was super helpful to y'all about learning how to make your own laminated cash envelopes. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. I wanna make sure that I serve all of my customers. I know I sell my printable envelopes at half the cost of the ones that I have to laminate. So I'm hoping to save you a little bit of money, and sometimes the best way to serve you is to teach you how to do things to save you money in your budget.